My guest today is Emery Tumbleston, who comes up here from the Low Country. Emery, thanks for coming. And your farm has an unusual name.
Yes, ma'am. We're Champney's Blueberry Farm. We're in Ravenel, South Carolina, off of Highway 17.
And when I think of Champney's, I associate that with the rose. Tell us how that came about.
Yes, ma'am. The Champney's pink cluster, John Champney's hybridized it at the turn of the 19th century, and it's actually the mother of the noisette roses.
Oh, of Charleston
Yes,
fame.
ma'am. Downtown, everywhere you see noisette.
But y'all are not a rose farm.
No, ma'am. Not a rose farm. All we do is blueberries. We started out as a dairy farm right from the early 1900s all the way up to the 1950s. And then from the 50s up until around maybe the 90s, it was just row crops. And then when my father retired, he had to stay busy, so he decided to start blueberries.
So you have grown up since you were 2 years old picking blueberries.
Yes, ma'am. As soon as I could get out there, even my grandmother would take me out on the golf cart and put me under the bushes, and I'd just sit there and eat.
Well, we're so happy that you brought these beautiful blueberries today, and I think you're going to share a favorite family recipe.
Yes, ma'am. So I've had this all my life. It's one of the simplest and definitely one of the most delicious blueberry cobblers I know, at least.
Well, let's make one.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the first step?
So we're just going to take about a 9x13 pan. You can use a disposable cake pan too if you want to.
Okay.
Right now I've got a pretty glass pan, but we're going to grease this up really good so nothing sticks, because we really don't want any sticking.
Okay. Oh, so you really are going to give it a good
Yes,
squirt.
yes, ma'am. If you really want some overkill, you can throw some flour in there and it definitely won't stick.
Okay.
And
because when we cook all this, it's going to be kind of like jelly or something, so it could stick with all that sugar and
Yes,
fruit
yes,
juice.
ma'am. And blueberries are quite hard to clean up after.
Well, thanks for the tip.
Yes,
all right, so
ma'am.
we've got it all nice and prepared.
Yes, ma'am. And so we're just going to take those blueberries right there.
And you said this is about a
That's
pint,
about
2 cups?
about a pint, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
It depends on how much you want in
A little
it.
over 2 cups.
So you want about a single layer. I put a little bit more. Mama would say a single layer, but I do
Okay.
it my own little way
All
sometimes.
right, well, that looks like a good start.
And so you just want a single layer of blueberries, and then you're going to take a can of crushed pineapple in its own juice, not syrup. You just want regular 100% pineapple juice.
Okay.
No added sugar, because trust me, you're getting
okay.
you're getting enough sugar from the
You're
blueberries
right, this does not have any
and from the
sugar.
pineapple itself.
Okay. So just kind of try to evenly get this over it?
Yes, ma'am. And then you can take that spatula if you need to and kind of
Okay.
flatten it out and make sure it's
And
all
that
over
crushed
everything.
pineapple. Okay.
Crushed pineapple. Chunk pineapple is it doesn't spread as well. And just really make sure you get it in its own juice.
Okay.
You don't need any added sugar.
Well, I tell you, I was tasting these delicious blueberries, and they're pretty sweet already.
Yes, ma'am. We got 3 different varieties. So they each have a little bit different of a taste, and these are our middle variety mostly, so those are our sweetest.
What are the 3 varieties that you have?
So we grow the rabbit eye blueberries, and so we have 3 different sub-varieties of rabbit eye. So Climax comes in first. They're a little bit more on the tart side. A lot of the kids like them. And then Brightwell comes in second, and they're my personal favorite. They're nice and round and big and sweet, and then Tiff Blue comes in last. They're kind of in the middle. In my opinion, they're in the middle, kind of.
Okay. But they're all delicious,
Yes, ma'am.
especially when they're from a South Carolina farm.
Yes, ma'am, and they're fresh off the bush.
Okay, so I've got this.
And so then we're just going to take a box of lemon cake mix.
Lemon flavored cake mix.
Yes, ma'am. You don't need to do anything to this cake mix. Just pour it on top.
All right, if
And
you say
you don't
so.
have to mix it or anything like
You
that.
say so. Now, when people come to your farm, do you have blueberries already ready, or can people pick their own, or how does it go?
Mostly it's a you-pick operation. We do already pick berries. We just ask people to call before they come,
okay.
just to make sure we have them in stock, because some days we will sell out very quickly.
Okay, so don't make the drive out there without calling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've got that done, and then do you want this again?
I normally just use my hand,
Okay.
because it'll stick
No, no, no.
sometimes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just use my hand and kind of get it in every little, all over the
We
berries
both washed
here.
our hands very carefully
Yeah.
before we started, I promise.
And so just get it nice and level if you can. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay,
And so, yeah.
all right.
And so then we're going to take this butter here. I've already cut it up. Just try to get thin little slices of butter. And this is what is going to make your lemon cake mix brown.
okay.
And so it's about a stick of butter. Mama says a stick of butter. I say as much butter as it needs. We are in the South after all.
And your daddy does have to have rice at every single supper.
Yes, Daddy has to have rice and some sort of beans or gravy to put on top of it every single meal. Otherwise, we will hear it for a very long time. And so we're just putting this all over the lemon cake mix. Don't be skimpy with your butter.
Okay, and this is going to help it get a beautiful brown color.
Yes, ma'am. Going to get that pretty golden brown color.
Now, what do you what did you preheat the oven to?
And we're going to put it in at 350.
350.
350 degrees for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Or until it gets golden brown. It could take a little bit longer depending on if you got one of those dark cake dishes.
Or fancier or less fancy oven.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, just about got this one topped off pretty well, I think. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's all of our butter.
Well, I'm exhausted.
it's really hard, isn't it?
And then you said that after you finish with it, you generally let it cool a little bit.
Oh yeah,
before you eat
it comes out
'cause
really
it's gonna
hot.
be really hot.
And
So-
the blueberries are gonna bubble up, and
So you
so
don't
you
wanna burn
really
your mouth.
don't want to burn your mouth.
So
on
let's
it.
set this one aside. I think you brought one with you.
Yes, ma'am. So this is what that pale lemon cake mix is going to turn to, with a little help of some butter.
And you brought your mother's beautiful china. That was
Oh,
so
yes,
sweet
ma'am.
of her. I wish she'd been able to come with us. And I'll let you do the honors.
All right. Whoever wants the corner piece can have it, that coveted corner piece. And so it's not going to win any beauty contests, but it will win a taste contest.
Okay.
So I kind of got to channel my inner Mary Poppins, and I say perfectly imperfect in every way.
Okay, and then
And I got to get me one too.
you notice she gave me the big piece.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got to keep you happy.
Yep.
And so you see the blueberries will automatically mix with the
That's
with
amazing.
the pineapples at the
Yeah,
bottom.
Yeah. And there's your fork.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, let's see.
All right.
Champney's blueberry cobbler. Oh my goodness.
Don't smile. Your teeth will be purple.
I don't mind at all. It's well worth purple teeth to have something that's delicious. You're right, it's just the right amount of sweetness.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can get that little bit of lemon that just makes it all wonderfully flavorful.
No added sugar, and you get the fiber of the blueberries, so hey, it's a little bit nutritious even though it's good.
Gosh. And again, blueberries have not a real long period, but because y'all have 3 different ones, about when do they start coming in?
Normally it's around the first week of June. We can be a little bit earlier, a little bit later, depending on the weather. You know, if we get too much rain, it's bad. We get too little bit rain, it's bad, so it's a very fine line. And then it depends on, you know, what the weather was all the way back in when they were blooming in the spring. So really just weather, but normally around that first week of June.
Well, if people want to get more information about Champney's Blueberry Farm, what's the best way to do that?
You can call us directly at 843-763-6564. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. You can see behind-the-scenes pictures of the farm and everything you want to, and we'd love to have everybody out.
Is it pretty easy to find?
Yes, ma'am. We're right off Highway 17, just south of Charleston. We're about 8 miles south of Citadel Mall, so
Okay.
not too far out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for making the trip to Sumter and for bringing this wonderful recipe.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. I hope
Let's
you
have a
like
little
it.
more.
All right.
Mm-hmm.